Hello guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well. So today, like you see on the screen, I'm gonna present you a new project. It's about it's a cloud-based project in Azure, and it's really here with this project you're gonna learn how to put a SOC environment like a company with a multiple endpoint with virtual machine, SQL database, key vault, activity log, with Azure ID, to collect all these logs and send it to your Log Analytics Workspace. That's gonna send it to your Azure, and you're gonna have multiple dashboard. You can open and custom incident and custom response. This project we're gonna have multiple step. This video is like overview of project. I'm gonna go in some details what I did. We're gonna connect to the VMs and show you a little bit what's happening, how we do those things, and also have step number 2. This step is we're gonna be threat actor and attack those machines using Kali Linux, using tools like Nmap, Bloodhound. We're gonna try to do AD attack. We're gonna try to attack Enter ID. But this first video, we're gonna be blue team. We're gonna put the hat of the blue team and the security engineer to put the environment. Like I said, virtual machines, SQL database, Azure ID, blob storage, key vault, activity log, etc. We're gonna put all those things, ingest log into our Sentinel, and have dashboard in the final. So let's start. I have already the project and the machines like you see here in my Microsoft Azure, but I'm gonna try to talk a little bit about the project in the first time, and then we're gonna go to our Microsoft portal and show you how I did all the steps. So basically, I'm gonna like speak about this part, and after we're gonna talk about this part. Okay, this part, like we're gonna take an environment of company, a real company. So any company have Azure AD. Azure AD is like Active Directory, like Windows Active Directory, free EPA directory in Linux. It's like your user in company with permission and all of those things. Obviously, we have a SQL database because it's important to have an SQL database in your and every company has a SQL database to put every data. We have also virtual machine and server, Windows machines, endpoint, Windows 10, Linux server, and this is gonna simulate real company. And also here we have a blob storage. Blob storage, it's like an external disk or a disk in the network. Like when we talk about like shared disk, shared storage. Also here we have key vault here where we stock our keys. Like you know, when you're develop something, or you're gonna create SSH key, you do not you're not gonna put your key in your script or desktop. It's recommended to put your key in key vault. That's gonna protect your key from attackers, and it's not easy to access, even if the attacker have real skills. But obviously you have to do airbag, rule-based control, etc. Activity log, it's our activity in Azure. If we create a user, if we did all of those things, all of those things, we're gonna just log in our Log Analytics Workspace. Log Analytics Workspace, basically it's gonna collect all the logs. We're gonna choose our endpoint. When I say endpoint, I talk about the virtual machines. Also, like, we can just log from multiple source, and this is where why it's not a basic project, because in basic project you're gonna put a VM, you're gonna send logs to Azure Sentinel. But here basically we have Azure ID. We're gonna ingest log from Azure ID, SQL database, and all of those things. Okay, so when we ingest logs, we're gonna send this in Sentinel. And why Sentinel? You're gonna tell me, yeah, with Log Analytics Workspace I can use query and share for logs. Yes, but we cannot create an incident. We cannot have a dashboard. So in this case, Azure Sentinel is gonna help us to create incident and create a dashboard and custom alert. So we can have, like I said, an automated things going on in the background, and also what else? And also, like I said, custom alert that align with our environment. So enough talking. I'm gonna show you the environment and how we do this step by step. Okay, so in the first place, we're gonna go to our Azure service, and the first thing we do is resource group. Why resource group? Because when you have a resource group, I'm gonna give you an example. When you work in a company and you put an environment, when you put a virtual machine, is not just the virtual machine. You have all of those things with the VNet, the network security group, the IP address, public IP address, all of those objects in Azure. Like when you create a machine, you have all those things with. So we don't want to have a mess or create a mess in our company. So we create a resource group, and the resource group have all of those things basically here. So we know our project, we know what we have. Like you see, we have data connector, we have Linux VMs, we have all, like I said, all of those things. And it's important to create a resource group. So after creating a resource group in our system, a resource group, like I said, it's like all of this environment, all of this environment. Okay, so after this, we're gonna create a VM. It's really simple. You go to Azure virtual machines. Here it's important when you go to create a VM machine. It's really important to choose your resource group here. Choose your availability zone and region, and it's important to have the same region in your resource group, so you're not gonna have a problem of connection, etc. And also you can multiple zone. I recommend this if you work in an environment, but here we're not gonna put multiple zone. It's gonna cost a lot of money. Okay, so I cannot put more machines, but when you put your machine, you go for disk networking, and also networking. We're gonna have one network connection, one VPC, one VNet, so all the machines can connect and can connect to each other. And this is basically the goal of those of having VNet. We can put subnet, put segmentation. If we have multiple machines, we have server. We have to segment machines and the server, and not to really communicate between those two, endpoint and server. We can monitor, we can do all of those things, but like I said, after you're gonna go to review and create, you're gonna create, like me, a Linux VM and a Windows VM. A Windows VM, it's here. You're gonna have a public IP. You're gonna go to a public IP and then the same VNet. And here the first one, we have a simple VM, Windows 10. Okay, so we have network settings, operating system. So this is our operating system, Windows 10, 22 H2. For me, it's good. It's good for me. You do not have to put a lot. So And for the Linux machine, we have an Ubuntu server 22 or 20, and also, like I said, it's a good one. It's the most stable 2204. The most stable. You don't have to take 24. You cannot install a lot of things in this endpoint. So, guys, this is our our environment. So after this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna connect to our machines. We're gonna connect to our VMs with this is our VM, like you see the IP address. And the first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna install an SQL Server. You're gonna install this one, the application. After this, you're gonna mount the application. You're gonna install the ISO. After this, you're gonna mount the ISO. You're gonna have with this ISO the data, the SQL database. You're gonna put your SQL database. After, it's important to install your CMSS. It's like you're gonna this is gonna give you the ability to connect to your database. It's SQL management server. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna connect to our SQL management server, and like you see here we have an SQL database. We have the two machines. Okay. So what we're gonna do to generate logs, it's not recommended, but here what I do for the sake of the test, we're gonna test, this for the test. I'm gonna open the network. I'm gonna go to NCG, our network security group. I'm gonna create all the machines. Every machine have a security group, but we can create one security group to all the machines. If we have multiple Windows machines and we want to keep the same modification in every machine, so it's recommended to have one NCG. Okay, NCG, it's like typically a firewall. So what I did here, I opened all the ports so I can generate logs. This same thing in my Linux environment. Okay. Sorry. So here we open to generate. Okay. So like I said, here we have our SQL environment. And so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna see we have our system, and with this system here we connect to our SQL database. We're gonna go to our event viewer and to see our logs here, security logs 4625. This is basically failed login. I'm gonna show you this. 4624, it's like successful login. 4625, it's brute force attack. You have a failed login, failed password. It's not a brute force attack, but if you have a lot, it's like basically a brute force attack. Okay, so we have here our machines. We generate logs. So here, this is the important thing. We generate logs from every machine, and every machine generates logs from SQL database, from our security logs. Okay, we have security logs. We can install Sysmoon. Again, here we go and install Sysmoon download. So we can have multiple event ID. You can use the one for process creation, 3, etc., etc. We install Sysmoon like this. You go here to our Sysmoon. We install Sysmoon here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna dzip this. I do right now because I didn't do it the first time, so we're gonna extract here. Okay. No, this is not this. This is the one. Yes, 64. So sysmon. We have to do some settings, so I think in the next video I'm gonna show you how to install. But the important here, we have our event viewer ingest log. Okay, so like I said, we have our log. The same thing in our Linux. So here, what we're gonna do? We're gonna create our log analytic workspace. Okay, this is like I create the log analytic workspace resource for our resource group. And what we're gonna do, we have agent, and for every Linux machine, or for every Linux or Windows machine, we have to create a data collection rule. Okay, what is a data collection rule? Basically, data collection rule, it's gonna ingest log from our machine to the endpoint. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna type DC our data collection rule, go to create. Like I said here, I have my machine, Linux, my log for Windows. Or here I collect from data source. I have my data source here. Here for Windows event log, I monitor my Windows event log, critical error, all the Windows event. Okay. For Linux here, I monitor syslog log. This is my log. I'm gonna go save. This is my log. And here for I think this is for this one. Yeah, this one is for performance, also event log. So we have from, like I said here, from virtual machines for also SQL database. And what we're gonna do, the same in Azure, in blob storage. Yes. So here we have our storage, data storage, security networking, data management. We have monitoring, and here we have logs. And here we can see the logs come from data storage. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna send those logs to our like I said, our Sentinel. We can do all of those things. We go to our storage. We can send logs using alerts, see our logs, workbook, diagnostic setting. We come here and say that we want to send all logs. Okay. Also for our key vault, we do the same thing. Guys, it's really simple. We go here, we have monitoring, and here we can show C logs, diagnostic settings. We add the diagnostic setting. We want audit, we want all log, all metric. We send this to our log analytic here to our central, and we're gonna name it storage, and we're gonna save. So it's basically the same thing that we do with the blob storage. So here, like you see, it's in front of us, and here we have our also activity log. So for activity log, it's the same thing. Like I said, we have our log. Here we can see our log overview, and we can go to monitor to send all the logs, our logs to our we go to diagnostic and see all the diagnostic in our system. And after this, we're gonna go and create our Sentinel. I'm gonna go to our Sentinel, Microsoft Sentinel, create our Microsoft Sentinel. if this appear, we have just to refresh. Don't refresh, guys. Refresh all the time. If you're gonna refresh 1 or 2 times, but you're gonna have it here. Like I said, I have a lot of things going on. So what you're gonna do here, like I said, we have our logs. We have data connector. Our data connector. We're gonna install from content tab. Like I said, if you don't have refresh, it's important to install the for Windows, for Azure network. Like I said, like a network watcher, we can see network security group. I can install it and have all the logs, and send all my logs here to my Sentinel. So what I think, we set up security, and here we go to our Microsoft Sentinel, and we go to our watch list. Like I said, and go here. What we're gonna do here? We're gonna upload our GeoIP CSV file. You're gonna find it in the description, guys. You can upload it, and so here you wait 10 minutes, and here we have 55 key. So I'm gonna connect here to my portal. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my Log Analytics to see my GeoIP, and here we have our SIEM. I'm going to logs. I can do logs, like you see here. This is our logs. We can see our GeoIP to be sure that's all. I think it's working. We have our and like you see this KQL, we have multiple query here. We can use it. It's basically here in Microsoft they help you. So after doing this, so we're gonna do to our Defender class, Microsoft Defender for Cloud, and here we're gonna go to management, environment settings, and here we're gonna activate the send of logs. We're gonna go here. Yeah, we're gonna choose we're gonna go for our subscription, and we're gonna put this on for our server, storage, database, and key vault. Okay, and after we go for settings, and you be sure that it's on. Okay, everything is good. Here you have security policy, you have email notification, and all of those things that's gonna help us. And when we go to our Microsoft Defender, we click here, and here we're gonna create a workbook. Is basically our dashboard. Like you see here, we see our saved dashboard versus log auth login. You see here we have multiple logs. Have RDP brute force. We have all of those things. And here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to incident. And here the most important part here, our incident. You're gonna see your incident and how it's going on. What we're gonna do here? Here we can create. So basically here you're gonna create your book and how your customer alerts. I create multiple customer alerts, and here I know with also MITRE attack. I see I have an attempt. How it's from this IP. I can change the severity to high. I can put the status active. I can assign to anyone in the group and write a comment, give it tags, etc. And I have a blame. I can investigate. So I see all the IPs that doing brute force attack. So it's really good, good thing to know how to work with Microsoft Sentinel, like you said, and we can actually close, apply, true positive, NCG hardening. So I'm gonna go apply, and it's closed right now. We're gonna do this. We're gonna refresh. We don't have the incident. It's like this. It's like we have multiple alerts, and you respond to your alert. We have MITRE attack, and like I said, here we have to refresh every time because I have a normal subscription. We have MITRE attack. We can create. We can put threat intelligence. Like you here we have all the attacks that you received. So I'm gonna go to account manipulation, and he gonna give me like the details about the attack, how I can work with this attack, brute force attack, how I can detect it, and when I receive this attack, how much. So it's really a good thing. And here we have valid accounts. So it's really important to know how to work. So I hope guys you see everything here. Like I said, I showed you all the details and how to work with Microsoft Sentinel. It's like now 30 minutes. I'm gonna show you in the second part how to do attack with Bloodhound and how to stop those attacks like SOC Analyst. So thank you guys for watching. See you next time.